Good day, boys and girls. Today we are going to make a dog tray for this little mutt down there. Can you see her down there? Probably not. For her, Lucy. To do that, we're going to take this Dr. Pepper tray. Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, they all had these. They used them in the 60s, 70s, 50s, whatever. To transport their stuff. We bought this one on eBay. I think it was around 20 bucks. It comes with dividers, but I removed them. They're kind of a pain in the ass to get out. They're kind of stuck in there, but you can wiggle them out with pliers and screwdrivers and such. And then I coated it with 3 coats of polyurethane. The reason for that is for when the dog spills water on it, it doesn't soak into the wood. It's easier to clean and it looks better. It actually brings the color out. These things are really faded and they're dirty, so you just wipe it off and then you polyurethane it, and it's nice bright color. It shines in the light. We're going to put these medium-sized bowls in here. One's going to go here, other one's going to go here. They're going to be elevated. On the bottom it's going to be off the ground on this. I'm going to cut it though in several pieces and then bolt it to the bottom of this. It should be like that. I may use 2 to bring it up higher when she gets bigger. We can always expand it. And then also the other idea was to make this a square and then put like a landscaping brick inside of it to add weight to it. Anchor it in there so she can't move it around. We'll probably have to do that when she gets older because she'll push it around. So that's it there. And then this is actually a leftover board from the bed that I made. It's red oak from Lowe's. This is a 12-inch wide piece, but it's actually cut down to 11 1/4 from the manufacturer. So I didn't have to rip it or anything. And it fits right inside of there, which is going to be very handy. So it's just going to sit right in here. I'm going to cut it to length, of course. And I'm also going to use these square pieces on the bottom of this to elevate it. And the reason we're going to do this is so that the bowls are going to go here, and then we're going to stain this as well, or probably just polyurethane it. And then when it gets dirty, we can pull it all the way out and then clean it inside of here, and then put this back in, put the bowls back in, and we'll be able to keep everything clean. So I have all the parts here. I'm going to go outside and cut them around, and cut my pieces, glue the pieces together, and then I'll show you. Hello again. So I got all my wood set up. I put a fence in here to make sure that I cut a straight line with my circular saw, which is plugged in. I'm going to cut it to the 16 7/8 inches, which is the length of the inside to inside of the box. I have earplugs in, glasses, gloves, everything. So I set all this up before, and I got a lot going on in my garage, so there's a lot of stuff in the way. So just make sure you hold it against here and zip it on across. It's gonna fall on the ground, but oh well. Beautiful. We will save these. Now this piece is done. C-clamps are very nice. Got a lot of stuff in the way. On this one, I put a little block in there to block it. So I need to cut 4 of these, but I need them to be the exact same size, same length. So I put a little block in there to stop it where I need to. So then you just cut it and all 4 pieces will be exactly the same. You could probably freehand it, but why take the risk, you know? The bottom of our tray probably isn't exactly level, but we'll make sure these are. So here we go.
Uh-oh, I'm not plugged in. Oh, shucks. Come on, there we go. Alrighty then. Plug in, double check. Poor saw, I've used it so much that the automatic brake has worn out on it. It's done me well. I cut all kinds of stuff with this. Steel, wood, everything. So there you go. Now you can see all four exactly the same size. And they will go on the bottom of the plate we just cut up on the bench. And that will support the bowls. You need to cut big holes in the bowls and then it'll be good. Okay, now I have all the parts done. I cut all the pieces. They are over here. Got some screws. I got the bottom pieces and the 4 legs that hold up the top, and one more side piece, another side piece. So these go in here. Lucy's helping. Don't eat our wood, Lucy. We need that. Can't have that. And then this will go. Uh-oh. So we're going to have to trim it just a tad to make it fit. Let's see if we get lucky. We'll still probably trim it a little bit. We don't want it to be that snug. If it does get wet, it'll expand and it'll get stuck in there. So that fits nice and flush. And then we're going to cut holes. Put a bowl there. Put another hole. Put a bowl there. And then on the bottom, these get situated like this. Nice little tray, and this just sits on top. And for now, it's going to be a good height for her. It'll be more like flush like that. When she gets bigger, we might just add another layer of those blocks underneath. So I'm going to screw all these together and glue them all together, and glue and screw, and then I'll be back. How can I do any work with you bothering me? How can I get work done? I'm building your thing. Look, I'm building your thing and you're biting my ear. You have to let me work now. No, come on. Ah. Oh, that's very nice. Yes, I know you're very nice. Ouch. You're helping, you're just getting in the way a little bit. Come on. Nope. Nope. You gotta let me work. I have to drill this hole into here. Look. See that? We have to drill. I think we have to drill this way. You gonna lay down now? Yeah? Okay. I know. I screwed and glued these together. I cut these 45 in the front, so when you look at it from the front, you can't see the thing. So you can't see the cut. That goes like that. Then the box will sit on top. And this goes in here like so. I put my pieces on here. I cut the holes out. I routed them so they're nice and pretty. This drops in here like so. No, with the glue. And then the bowl sits right in there. I let them stick up a little bit so I can get my fingers underneath there and pick them up easy. If they were flush, it'd be hard to pick up. So she seems to like it. Next is polyurethaning. She thinks she's getting fed already. Hello people. So I took the base and I put polyurethane on it, about 3 coats, leaving about 24 hours in between coats. 3 coats is recommended. It goes on kind of a pasty white color and then it dries clear. It just gives the wood like extra protection from scratches and water and all that. It won't leak in there. I pre-drilled the crate. The crate is actually pine, which is soft, and the base is actually red oak, which is a very dense wood. It's very hard. So you have to be careful screwing in there. I pre-drilled the holes, put 2 screws in, got 2 more to finish up, and then we'll be done. I did put this, I mounted it offset. This is the front. There's 3 inches here, and that's so when it's on the ground and you walk up to it, you don't actually see the base. It's mostly hidden until you get really far away, but then when you come right up on it, it's nice and hidden. So it looks like it's floating there on the floor, so that's good. These little crates actually tell you a lot of stuff. Right here it says when it was manufactured, which was 571. It's kind of surprising. I thought it'd be older than that. And it was made by Woodstock Manufacturing Company in Charleston, South Carolina. The actual bottling plant for Dr. Pepper was in Wilson, North Carolina. So that's pretty neat. You can tell exactly where they came from. I like it. And with the polyurethane on this, the colors come out. It's nice and shiny. It's protected. It's great. I like it. So here we go. If you're using one of these, you got to be careful because the pine is soft. The wood underneath is hard. These things kind of get carried away a little bit and can really pull the screw in there, and you can do some damage. So you got to be careful. There we go. If you want to finish them off by hand, you can do that. Alright. Then the top. I put a lot of coats of polyurethane on this, maybe 4 or 5. It's nice and shiny. It'll get lots of abuse, there'll be water on it, so I wanted to make sure it was nice and covered. So I did that. This fits right in here. Just like that. And it sits on the floor like that. Dog comes up and eats. The dishes are inside. We'll test that next. But it looks pretty nice and flush. Very good.